a historic partnership between the greatest sports entertainment company of all time and the biggest sports platform in the history of sports. Ladies and gentlemen, the chit-chat about the debut of WWE and ESPN's partnership next weekend here in Indianapolis at Wrestlepalooza. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Content Officer for the WWE Hall of Famer, living legend Triple H, and what the hell, Tyrese Haliburton. Time to play the game. We're playing the music. How does you can hear it?
Tyrese.
Watch the Achilles. Watch the Achilles. Good. How are you? I know, I shaved. It's crazy. It's crazy. We'll talk about that later. It is crazy. It's crazy, yeah. It makes me look like a young lad now. I know. It's crazy. I think he's muted right now. We'll turn him. Ladies and gentlemen, the King of Kings, Triple H.
Yeah, true.
What's going on, guys? Good to see you.
Great to see you. Congratulations on the WWE and ESPN deal. Obviously,
it's exciting.
The WWE Network was ahead of its time, started with subscribers. Then we sell the WWE Network, I believe, to Peacock first, and then the evolution of your guys' digital service and subscription service and pay-per-view model has been trailblazing, I think, for the entire entertainment world. And now teaming up with ESPN, it feels like it makes sense. Whenever this was presented to you as an option or an idea, what were your immediate thoughts?
Well, the first time it was said to me, like, hey, ESPN is in the mix here, and I was like, oh my God, that could be a game changer for us. Just the fact, like, who does promotion of big events better than ESPN, right? Like college game day, everything that surrounds big events for them, they do better than anybody. And then if you want to look at big events, who puts on better big events than us? So that mixed together of that level of mainstream PR, that level of coverage for us, I know probably for you when I was watching as a kid, it used to frustrate me if you missed something, there was no place to really catch up on it afterwards. Like, nothing mainstream covered it. It was never in the news or sports or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
This puts it in that and normalizes it for everybody.
There's still the carny mindset about how we'll always be outcasts in the wrestling world, how like people will view it as not legit, obviously, because of that entirety. But whenever you look at it from an athletic standpoint, the performers are so incredibly athletic, insanely athletic, Olympic level athleticism happening. And then when you talk about the performance, I think people who like sports like to see people do their thing at a high level, which is what the WWE does. And also, I think a lot of sports fans that maybe aren't into WWE, I think whenever they're exposed to it and they realize, like, wait a minute, this is a men's soap opera kind of. This is like a soap opera for dudes a little bit. We can kind of buy into this. I think there's a lot of appeal to sports fans that maybe haven't been in that ESPN will bring, I think, as well.
I think so too. And I think the conversations are just different. It's like sometimes people say the soap opera stuff, but there's the behind the scenes, there's the things that are going on that you don't read about or see necessarily on the show. No different than I just sat here and listened to you guys talk about
drama.
the NFL, the drama of it, the drama of the drafts, the drama of who's doing what, and are they good enough? Are they getting paid too much for what they contribute? All that stuff's just drama. It's the same thing, and you can pick and choose. Do you want to just pay attention to the storylines? Do you want to see the backstage stuff? Do you want to... When you start digging into it from that, all that level of drama of any sport is there.
And then you get your eyes on Penta one time and you're like, wait a minute, what is this?
Going on here?
What the hell is going on here? This is pretty electrifying.
You start walking around your house doing
surf walking a little bit. Rest in peace, Scott Hall, obviously living legend in it all. Last question from me for you, and then obviously got to turn our attention to the Indianapolis hero.
Yeah.
What the Hally? Did you see his ass walk up here?
Oh, yeah. Looks good.
Fresh new, brand new Achilles, bro.
Yeah, shoes on.
Coming out there entirety. Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
Why is this the event to launch the WWE ESPN partnership? Thank you for having it in Indianapolis. And Brock and John is gigantic. That's OVW class of...
oh, my God.
I don't remember the year.
Is it not 02? It's not 02?
Something like that. Yeah, like
they made like a doc on it, I think. Yeah, it's Rip Rogers down
I'm a mark.
We're working on a career retrospect between the two that it's just fascinating to see their rise and who comes up how, and sort of they're doing this but at different wavelengths. You know, like Brock comes in and just sort of takes over as this rookie sensation. He's champ within like 5 months. Cena just can't get his feet under him. Then it slowly shifts. Then Brock leaves and Cena goes, and it's wild to see.
Yeah, and they're great with each other.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I remember John Cena just potentially breaking every bone in his body against Brock Lesnar a couple different times. I mean, they put on.
Having faced Brock Lesnar, it's common.
Absolute beast back in there.
Yeah.
And for you, Hallie, obviously WWE in Indianapolis. This is great news. Wrestlepalooza is a big deal. I assume you're going to be in there with that new Achilles. Are you going to
In the ring?
Ooh.
Yeah, in the ring. Yeah.
Single leg drop kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about it. In the ring?
No, not in the ring. We won't have you in the ring. We'll have you doing your video game shit with WWE.
DJ.
Maybe
do
new
it all.
DJ.
Yeah.
But you and the WWE have become very tight, which is great. Same with our city, which I think we all love.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to say thank you to the two of you. You guys are like the dual mayors of Indianapolis. So
This guy.
No, him.
appreciate
I'm like, I just am here.
appreciate
He's the
you
man.
guys, the hospitality, letting us into your city to do this.
No,
man.
we're
It's
thankful
gonna be
you're
epic.
doing this.
Yeah, it's
because
gonna
this
be epic.
city, easy to get to for a lot of people, but also a lot of big-time wrestling fans. Tyrese, which I think is one of the main reasons you're like perfect for this city because of how you are. You're a superstar for sure, got a lot of moxie, but deep down in your soul, you're a mark.
Yeah, big time.
Right?
Super mark.
Which we
Super mark for
appreciate
sure.
and we like. Indianapolis, great host for these events.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. I think Indy does a great job of hosting events just in general. The Super Bowl was here a few years ago, and that was good. And every time we do something here in Indy, I enjoy it.
John Cena's back to being a guy that you love.
Yeah, back to
because I
being a
remember
good
you were
guy.
out a little bit.
Oh, yeah, big time.
You were
You
out a little
hated
bit.
Cena for a while.
Me?
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah.
I've never hated Cena. Well,
not
in
true.
Jersey, he stole my crutch, which was kind of
Crazy.
messed up, and I never got the crutch back, which is unfortunate.
Well, that sounds like a lawsuit.
See if we can't get an autographed one for you.
That would make his day.
That'd be
actually,
nice.
from John Cena.
Well, in Jersey, I was a heel because I was in Jersey, and I'm not very liked there. Well, here, people like me, so maybe we could get along, while we're here.
I heard maybe John Cena turned babyface back being good guy with the crowd because obviously the emotions of the run, and he realized that I think the WWE Universe loved him so much. He felt that every single time.
He also just felt guilty about stealing your crutch and he couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, he just had to go back.
That's what I think. I think it was because of you. And then he said, I can't wait to have a massive event in Tyrese's building. What are you expecting from Wrestlepalooza next Saturday? And what are you excited about?
I'm super excited. We got the Usos coming back together. I think that's very exciting.
What was that all about last night? I think I saw Jay potentially doing a little.
Sometimes if you want to be the tribal chief at some point, you got to do things like the tribal chief way, maybe.
Oh, somebody texted me one time and said, every once in a while, the king has to roll a head down the hill to remind people that the king still can swing a sword or something like that. Somebody texted me that.
Yeah.
This is kind of what Jey Uso
That's right.
is
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
starting to experience as tribal
Every
chief.
now and then you got to lop off a head.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Exactly.
Every once in a while you got to do that. LA Knight, I don't like what he did to him. But what else do we have at Wrestlepalooza?
Is Io Sky, is that match happening?
Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer for the women's title.
The contract didn't get signed last night, or it got signed?
To be honest, I was not there last night. I haven't had a chance to watch the show yet because I was at.
Oh.
I did Kill Tony last night, so I was in.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh shit! I'm not supposed to say that.
No. I've seen you do a Kill Tony step before to wrap one up, and it was great.
Yeah.
You were like built for it.
I
almost.
forgot as a secret that I'm on there until Monday.
Well, dump it.
Yeah, dump it.
Dump
Never
it.
happened.
Nobody will hear that. You're going to be great on that, I bet.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, yes, because I was a part of one of those. I was in Cloud 7.
Yep.
If you do recall.
My wife looked at me. Pat was talking to us backstage. We had just got there, and you were talking to us, and you walked away, and she goes, "He's not in this show like that, is he?" And I was like, No, I don't think he is. I think he's just here having a good time. And like your music started playing, you walked out. She was like, "Oh no." Yeah. I said, "He'll be fine when he gets out there, I think." Yeah, and you were great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that was happening. That was right after night 2 at WrestleMania. We had a long, great weekend.
Might have overbooked you. Yeah.
Yeah, might have had a long, great weekend. And I'm in my bus. I think I was in my bus with everybody. And Kittle was in there. And all of a sudden I get a text from Tony. He was like, "Hey, can't wait for tonight, buddy." And I go, "Oh, no. I completely forgot about that." I was in a different part of town, too. I was one of the last people to arrive. You showed up right after me. And I didn't really know what was going on. I'm like, "Are we doing a Kill Tony up there?" Like, "No, it's going to be a celebration of WrestleMania." Then I get there, and everybody had their jokes written out, like, beforehand. I go up to, like, Nia Jax. I'm like, what are you saying? And she starts saying what she's saying. I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, people put effort into it, right?
Yeah, like real rude. Like they were saying some very rude. And
some mean stuff.
Then I go to the next person. I'm like, oh, what are you saying? And they start saying, I'm like, oh my God, I am not prepared for this. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this. So I go over to Tony. I'm like, I don't think I'm as ready as everybody else. He goes, it'll be fine. Just be silly, it'll be no problem. So I go up there and I immediately realize this is not going to be fine. And then I sit down. Thank God there were some other targets. But boy, what a wild night. You came out at the end though. And immediately as you started talking, I'm like, oh, Triple H is perfect for this. This is literally like something you're perfect for.
So I wasn't even planning to go out there. Like I had nothing. I wasn't planning to go out there. It just got to the end and Nick looked at me and he said, you think he's trying to wrap this up? He just doesn't know how to get out? Because now he started to go into hey, here are the jokes that didn't make it to the cut list. And I'm like, that's not, like if you're doing the jokes that are bad now, like feels like we've passed the point.
Show's over.
Go home. Yeah.
Right.
And so Nick looked at me and I was like, I'm not going out there. And then another minute or two that started to get uncomfortable went by. I was like, yeah, all right, hit my music. Let me just go see if I can get us out of this thing. But it was fun, man. And,
fun.
Those I love those shows. It's entertaining and just being off the cuff like that, which you're great at too. It's I know you didn't have anything written, but you were awesome.
Yeah, we did okay. Yeah, we had
you
a
were
good
great.
time. Yeah.
You don't remember it, but you were great.
No, I remember. Yeah, I remember it all. And also, I saw a couple clips of it hit the internet afterwards. I was like, ooh, everybody was told that this was not going to happen. That was like a number one thing that everybody. I didn't remember much from the pre-show stuff. I remember reading a couple people's jokes and then going, oh no, that's really mean. I didn't know we're doing that. And then I remember everybody understanding, like, this is just
who cares?
Just go out and nobody's going to see this. That was everybody's mindset going out there. Good at that shit. And I'm pumped to see that. That's on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, breaking.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, Tony. We don't mean to do that. How are you doing in your Achilles rehab?
No, I'm good. I'm on 2 chews now, so we're out of the boot, which is nice. I feel like I do 1 million calf raises a day, but we're getting there, bro.
We were worried about your legs, right? Weren't we?
Yeah, very time.
You've always had those baby little calves and those little quads.
Baby?
Nice.
like baby.
Coming back with cows.
Yeah.
Jacked up.
A couple little cows up there.
Well, you keep saying new Achilles. It's the same Achilles.
It's just new. Glued it together.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
it's
put
put back-
Kevlar in there, shit, dude. You ain't tearing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a stronger, better Achilles. I saw you walk up these steps. You look better than the last time you came up these steps.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
those calves. Aren't we seeing those calves?
More definition.
Popping.
I think everybody at Iowa State's probably doing a lot more calves. That's why they just stomp Iowa. You think that's what's happening, Tyree?
I don't know. It's something, though.
Well, listen, I didn't want to have to do this.
What are you going to say now?
Well, I'm going to say what I said yesterday, and this rings true, and it doesn't really apply to you because you're an NBA superstar, okay? You went to an NBA Finals. Before the injury, you were going to score 40, probably win Finals MVP and win a title. Iowa State beats Iowa, and it's the best day of your life. It's all people that will go to Iowa State are going to talk about for the next year. Hey, it's the Super Bowl every day.
Do you actually believe that? You believe it's our Super Bowl? You actually believe that?
Yeah, and you believe that too, and you know that too.
No, not a chance. We're going to win the Big 12 this year.
Maybe this
What
year.
are you guys going to do?
What sport?
Football.
Okay. West Virginia's in the Big 12.
Is Ohio? Because they're probably.
Ohio University's really good.
Ohio's not in the Big 12, and West Virginia's a good ball club. Don't even know if you're on our schedule this year. You guys, how many yards have y'all thrown for this year?
Well, see, here's the thing, though, Tyrese, is I was going to have a terrible year, and they're going to go 9-3. When you guys have a terrible year, you go 1-8, and you fire coaches. And
See, Ty says he doesn't care, but
it's been a while since we've had a terrible year with Coach Campbell at the helm. But
yeah,
I hear what
he's
you're saying.
pretty good. I mean, and I don't want to be that guy, but you know what the all-time record in the series is. Okay, so you guys win a couple, you feel great about yourselves. That's awesome. Hey, listen. The sun shines on the dog's ass every once in a while, which is something I've come to realize. It's okay. It's okay. Tyrese.
Iowa State is the school of Iowa, is what I'm hearing.
It's not. Tyrese knows it's not.
Why not? In football, basketball, what other sports?
Volleyball, too.
Volleyball would be.
It's
we did
not.
beat you guys in volleyball, too.
Football, it's not.
Well,
relax a second.
Currently it is. Currently, the trophy resides in Ames, so that would mean
last
right
2
now.
years actually.
Yeah.
Triple H, do you know what this is about here?
I just know there's a lot of bitterness on this side of the Yeah. Seems very bitter over here. Not so bitter over
Pretty
here.
comfortable.
Pretty comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Bitter.
Yeah. Well, that's Iowa State played this past weekend in the Cy-Hawk Bowl.
Yeah.
Iowa State has a guy who's a 45-year-old senior, Rocco Beck, quarterback, very good. Mm-hmm. Iowa paid a good amount of money for the FCS Heisman, which is the D1AA. Granowski, a quarterback. Both had high hopes. Iowa State knocks off Iowa yet again. Ty understands that this is probably not the year that Iowa maybe goes and wins the national championship because they can't even beat lowly Iowa State is how they view it. That is how they kind of view the entirety. Is that right, Ty? Is that a good descriptor?
Yeah, this year I wouldn't say lowly, though. I mean, Iowa State was ranked 16th. Yeah, that's a good ball team. But, I mean, Iowa played, one of their worst games in the last 5 years, and Iowa State had to scrap and claw to beat them by a field goal. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's okay. You know what? I saw, though, post-game Sunday, Tyrese said, hey, you know what? Packers are one of my teams for this year. So I said, you know what?
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so it's kind of like.
They love you there, too, right?
I'm not really welcome, so I probably won't be showing up at Lambeau, but go Pack.
That's because the Milwaukee rivalry, obviously, with the Pacers.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Pacers next year. Have you been paying attention? You're in the building, right? A lot.
Paying attention? Yeah, I'm there every day.
Yeah, it does feel like you're in there all the time.
Yeah.
How do we feel? How are vibes going into next
Yeah,
season?
we're excited. We just had position workouts, so guys were in Charleston and on the beach and stuff and working out together. Going to Orlando for team workouts next week, so we're excited. We're a couple weeks out from season starting.
Are they riding the Avatar ride? The Avatar ride's cool.
Yeah, they should.
They should go ride that.
I went to Disney last year one time, got on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Pretty sick.
Great ride.
Awesome ride.
Great ride.
That's that one that I cut.
Oh, yeah. Hey, see, you got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a massive asshole, but what a ride.
Yeah.
It was
What
an
unbelievable ride.
Did you guys think about WrestleFest?
How did we land on that name?
There was a lot of thought, but it was in a brief period of time. So we sort of were under the gun of, you mentioned we come here, coming here for Indy. As soon as we heard that Indy was on the table, like they got the date open, we were in. This place is phenomenal, so that was a no-brainer for us. But we moved quick on this whole thing. The whole thing came together very, very quickly. ESPN asked for the date. They wanted a mega event. We said yes. We just had to pick a name and go. So,
WrestlePalooza, shout out to ECW, I believe, had.
Yeah. Shout out to ECW. Lollapalooza was a big thing, but now we're going to take that title
Oh,
off.
WrestlePalooza is about to be a thing?
I think it will be, probably, depending on how this one goes. We'll see.
Oh, I like a WrestlePalooza shirt. I like the name, and I like saying it, but WrestleFest also sounds
pretty
awesome.
Sweet. Pretty sweet.
WrestlePalooza, though, if it becomes a thing, is an awesome brand as a whole.
How difficult was that whole situation, though? Because obviously in the business, you guys do the long-form storytelling. Like, you have stuff planned out, and you have a new partner like this. You obviously want, we remember the Netflix premiere. It was like a WrestleMania-esque card. How difficult is it to put something together that quickly when like, hey, we might have storylines in place, but we kind of need to shift things to make sure that this goes off as well as possible?
It takes some work, right? You have the way the schedule is laid out. You have all your long-term stuff laid out in a certain manner, and then all of a sudden you've got something in the middle there. Instead of 6 weeks to the next thing, it's 3 weeks. So you got to draw everything out and shift some stuff around. But that's, it's funny when stuff like that happens. People say, oh man, it's just another shift or something. We do it every week. Somebody gets injured, and it could be as simple as someone's sick. They've got the flu. We don't mess around with stuff now. We don't want the whole locker room getting sick, right? So somebody's really sick, they stay home. We push stuff out a week. And we don't really report, the injuries fully when they're legit. We don't make it a point to get out in front of them and tell everybody somebody's injured. So sometimes you see things go away, or there's moments where stuff people aren't sure why. Like, I expected that to happen here, but it didn't. It got pushed to there. There's usually reasons why. So that sort of turning on a dime is just kind of what we do. You can't do this and not be that way, because the injury card, everything else it's too hard to stay a constant course,
Me being a lifelong wrestling fan, WWE fan, to Tyrese's point, I am a WWE fan.
For sure.
So you've been a professional wrestling fan for a long. I'm gonna stop you right there.
WWE.
I am a WWE fan.
Yes,
I
sir.
was a WCW fan though.
Sure.
Whenever the Attitude Era was running,
yeah.
you're too young. You have no idea. Terror Rising was a real deal, brother. I mean, that's no
That was
question.
pre, though, big run of WCW. I left there to come here already.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Nitro started after I left.
But you were terrorizing in WCW?
I was terrorizing WCW, but Nitro started after I left. I was already up here, as Hunter Hearst Helms.
I like that, up here, which ends up being the story of that entire thing. And then forever, it stays that way. So I think for me, like, I saw some New Japan stuff. Like, it would come across my scroll because I have professional wrestling in my algorithm. But getting an opportunity to see how you guys do what you do and getting to witness the magic of what I've been a lifelong fan of and the moments that happen. That Netflix documentary, I know there was a lot of people, myself included, that were like, what are we doing here? Like, this feels like a bad idea. I think it ended up being great. Do you agree? And
I do.
Did you appreciate it after it was all said and done? Because I know you probably felt a lot of heat from a lot of people about doing it.
Yeah, though also it's a funny thing in my career. So, if you go back to me getting in trouble for the curtain call, right, back then, that was
Madison
us,
Square Garden.
Yeah, that was us sort of getting in trouble with the old generation because we sort of broke kayfabe rules and went out there, but it was the biggest reaction of the night when we did it at the Garden.
For those that don't know, there was something called the Click. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall are about to leave to WCW. They just got done with a steel cage match, I do believe, in Madison Square Garden. At the very end of it, they all came together, hugged each other, gave a toast to the thing. It was like a send-off that we're all together, even though we're not. Vince and everybody backstage, very pissed. You actually got punished for that, I think, for a long time in the entirety. So you've been used to getting hit on the shins, is what you're saying, it sounds like?
Yeah, to a degree. But my point being that sometimes, it's funny that like the internet is all complaining that we're lifting the curtain and showing you stuff. Meanwhile, they're doing a podcast that all it does is talk about the behind the scenes shit that's going on. Like, I don't understand that logic, right? Like, the world knows an 8-year-old kid picks up his iPhone, Google stuff, and it tells them all the behind the scenes stuff right there. So being able to see it, we're still not showing you how the trick is done. We're still not showing you how the guy levitates. We're still not showing you any of that stuff, but we're showing you how to me, what that show does is it shows you the heart, soul, and passion that everybody puts into that product to make it great for fans. It's not taken as the most serious thing on the planet. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be a good time. But everybody puts their heart and soul into it. And I think if you're not a fan, if you're a fan, you already know. If you're not a fan, watching that makes you think like, man, they put a lot into this.
Respect, maybe.
Respect to it. And man, I'm interested in watching that now. I learned something about these people as human beings, not just as characters, and that interests me in watching it. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Tyrese, how's it been getting into the WWE a little bit more? We know you're a massive mark, but getting a chance to meet everyone. No. The way you lead is awesome. No, it is a fascinating thing, though, as lifelong fans getting involved in that Netflix thing. I think gave people a good look from if you're not able to be in the building whenever it's all happening. You agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was the relationship I have with WWE has been amazing. And after I got hurt, H has probably checked on me more than maybe anybody else, texting me, checking on me, which is really cool. And when I tell my friends, like, I like have to announce it. Like, people don't like, Triple H texted me, And my friends are like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because like growing up, we watched it, So it's always fun when I get to, bring my friends around. And I was backstage at, what were we at, the Royal Rumble, not the pre-show, but the day before. You
press conference.
Yeah. In Gainbridge. And I took my little brother who had, he has never, and people were coming up to me backstage. The Miz grabbed me aside, and my little brother was like shocked that like everybody knew who I was. And at one point I'm sitting back there and I'm turning talking to H, and CM Punk comes up behind me and just smacks me on the chest. He's like, "You're lucky you're not in the Rumble. I'd throw you over the rope too." And my little brother he was like, "This is the coolest shit I've ever seen." So it's the relationship I have is really cool, and definitely love being able to see the ins and outs for sure.
He's just like one of the crew now, right? Like he comes in, he hangs out for rehearsals, he just sits at the table with
Gets
Cole,
his own desk, the whole thing.
Yeah, I was with Michael Hayes at SummerSlam for a while.
Wrestlepalooza, okay, next Saturday here in Indianapolis. I should have done more research on tickets. I assume they're gone.
Going well.
Brock, John Cena. Main event.
CM Punk, AJ Lee, his wife, has returned.
AJ's back.
10 years.
With Seth and Becky, right?
With Seth and Becky in a mixed tag.
Wow. Okay, so mixed tag. When was the last time?
On a high level, like there's been a while since, like, man. There's been other ones, and I think they've been in the show and all that stuff, but there's a part of me that wants to say the biggest and the last really big high-profile mixed tag we did was myself and Steph.
Mania.
Kurt
we were
and Ronda
there.
At Mania. Yeah, which was a blast.
Awesome.
When they're done well, sometimes people complain about the physicality. You can't have guys hitting the women and stuff, which is shocking that people complain about. But yeah. But
definitely, not desirable. Which is why the rules are: when the dude's in, the dude takes on dude.
Yeah.
When the woman is in, takes on the woman in the entire thing. But every once in a while, somebody will go barking up a Ronda Rousey tree.
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop,
and
pop,
just
pop.
get battered.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Get battered. But I should have I should have just let her hit Steph. I shouldn't have got in there. But yeah, this will be good. When you have 4 performers that talented, and AJ just coming back, like, it's funny, he's been out 10 years and hasn't missed a beat, man. Just right in there, as charismatic as ever, and fans are loving it, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, and obviously Seth and Becky.
I'll give you a spoiler right now. Cody will be back, Indianapolis, so we're.
Oh my God!
That's big time.
Yeah.
Bada bada boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada boo. Bada boo. Bada 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 boo. Bada 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 boo. Whoa! We don't know what the words are.
No.
We've tried our best.
I actually
we know
think
that.
those are the words. Yeah.
That's what we hear. Every time we try to.
We got the whoa down.
Yeah, we know when it's
It's the
coming.
most
Yeah.
important part. You guys
That's all
have
that
it done.
matters.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
When he gets up on his roof. What a moment for him. He came out the All-Star game, home run derby.
Yeah,
Big
massive pop.
Big
Massive
pop. For
pop.
At the end, too.
Yeah, everybody was tired. Everybody was exhausted.
Right before the final round.
Yeah, he came out. Big pop for Cody. Okay, so Cody, Cena, Brock, Seth, Becky, CM Punk, AJ Lee, Io Sky, maybe.
Stephanie Vaquer.
We don't know if the contract was signed. Sounds like.
I don't know.
You look pretty spry today.
I'm not for sure. I don't know if it was signed last night.
Okay, that's going to be a gigantic
But I think it's already
Wrestlepalooza.
announced, so we're
The
good.
Wrestlepalooza is going to be massive. Yeah. It's going to be huge.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's exciting. ESPN's going to be a blast. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, as you know. Coming up, Canelo Crawford,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
TKO.
Vegas.
Yeah.
That's
yesterday for that.
I think we're going to have Turkey on Friday. I think he's on the show Friday.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Turkey on our show is good. Couple
Yeah.
different times.
Got to have a hookah in here.
Okay.
Fatal Fury City of Wolves. Don't worry.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, we're going to have that and Fatal Fury City of Wolves going.
Yeah, I love the video games over there. Saudi Arabia, I guess video games actually a big way to roll into, I don't want to say the 21st century, but you get it. But also WWE has been a massive piece of kind of transforming a country, I think, as a whole.
Yeah.
Your relationship with them has been cool to watch. Now, at the beginning of that's another thing, a lot of shots to the shins. Oh, you're going to work with, and then obviously everything that's ever happened in Saudi Arabia gets listed off in the article. Like, this is the same country that blah, 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 blah. But I think the WWE's mindset from the people that I talked to that are actually in the room, yourself included, it's like, well, how are they ever going to, if we don't, and it's like WWE, the first time, I don't even think there was a lot of women on the card. Then the next time that, I don't think women were allowed to wrestle or anything like that, and the way they had to dress. Then you had a women's main event with a woman ref, I think, at one point over there. And it's like the way they've kind of evolved as a country through the relationship with WWE. I'm not saying WWE directly only involved, because I think the Crown Prince, God bless him, has been a massive piece of that in Turkey as well.
Yeah.
But it has been an evolution.
But that's
almost.
that's been their goal since the beginning. I think is to change their perception, to change how they are, to open up that umbrella for women and with the country. But it takes time. You can't just do that stuff all at once, right? You alienate all the people that are in front of it that had an old, long-standing belief. So you've got to do it over time. And I truly believe that to initiate change, you got to be a part of it. You can't just sit back on the sidelines and say we're not going to participate in that, and these people don't do things the right way. You need to be there and be part of that change. And we've been part of that change since the beginning, proudly been a part of that change.
Yeah, I think you should take a lot of pride in that, especially with what it's becoming. And on that note, you're in the Presidential Fitness.
President's Council of Sport, Fitness, and Nutrition, vice chair of that.
Oh, yeah, just add another job, dude. Take care of America.
Bryson DeChambeau, who was on here a few weeks ago. I think you owe him $50K or something like that.
No. He missed.
Yeah, he did.
Did he whiff?
But we still donated, though. We still donated to the council, to the fund, I believe, to make America a healthier place. I don't want to be a person that chimes in on politics.
Yeah.
Okay. You signing up to take this job on top of all the other shit that you have and feeling obligated to do as such and like would love to help is a cool thing. I was just in Australia. You've been there obviously a lot of time.
Yeah.
Their food is so good.
Yeah.
It felt all fresh. Everything felt really, really good.
Yeah, it's one of the things that, I truly believe in it. There's a lot of things that have to change here, and so there's a lot of sickness, a lot of illness that comes out of what we eat and our lifestyle and everything else. So I think all that stuff needs to change. But just when you go back to it from a kid's standpoint, I'm a big believer in kids and athletics and sport, whether that's just training on your own or whether that's being in a sport. But doing that stuff sets you up for success in your life, not just in that athletic moment, So I'm a big believer in that. I hate seeing kids just on their phones all day or on iPads all day or doing whatever and not being outside. When we were kids, we were all outside all the time, right? And I think what I'm really passionate about is with this council is getting in front of kids. To me, that's where you start the change. Getting in front of them and showing them, look, you might not be able to do one push-up right now, but we're going to show you how you can get to where you can do one and then get you where you can do 10 and then get you where you're, on your way. And that builds pride. It instills work ethic in kids, and what they put into it is what they get out of it. And I'm excited to see that grow and very serious and I think it's very, very needed in this country.
Yeah.
Maybe I think we got a free
We
pan
want to get
pizza
there with
Pizza
this
Hut.
thing where we're inspiring kids to do this, making it competitive, but just getting kids to a place where they're wanting to improve. They don't have to get to that level, but they want to improve and want to get better. And then we'll have special stuff for the kids that do and hopefully can make it meaningful. I'd like to include things like scholarships for kids when they get to a certain place where it's not necessarily about going to college to play a sport or anything, but if you know you're going to have financial issues going to college, you can work your ass off for a year or two to get yourself in that place on that presidential fitness list and hopefully get some scholarship money.
I like that a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like incentive-based stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's
Big
society as a whole.
Yeah.
I think you need that.
Yep.
Tone has a question for you. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, I do, Mr. H, and I apologize if this
I
is
don't have
not on topic.
He doesn't have ears.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to translate.
Tony, I actually was going to ask this question. So this is working out perfectly. You've talked a lot about consistency and hard work and dedication and all very important things. But we've also seen that it's very important for your wardrobe, those type of things. Were you aware that you in a bathing suit, being the same bathing suit from way back in the day? Okay, because people went nuts about that.
Yeah.
Where do you get a bathing suit that lasts 25 years?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So your kids give it to you.
Okay.
And it is an important thing for them. So I only wear it on special occasions for them, right? Like it's a bathing suit that they gave me when they were very little. I don't even think they probably remember giving it to me, right? But it is something that they talk about on a regular basis. So I have it. So I brought it on vacation with us. You don't. We were like a mile out in the ocean. That guy shooting that picture had a cannon, dude. Right? It's also inspired me and the President's Council of Physical Fitness to get my ass in the gym.
No.
Don't
You
do that.
look jacked.
I look like an olive with 4 toothpicks sticking out.
No. How old are you?
56.
56. And how many heart surgeries have you had?
Yeah. No, I've got some excuses to make it there, but like I'm not gonna. And it's a funny thing that people like focused on the bathing suit things. Like I read all these things like, he's got socks with holes in them. He just won't throw away and shit, right?
Lucky underwear, yeah?
Yeah, but also when you're busy, I don't know, like it's not something that goes through my mind. I'm not running around in bathing suits that often, so I just like go and whatever's in the drawer, I'll grab.
Now,
I saw that one and I was like, oh, the kids will like it if I wear this.
Yeah, and by the way, great dad. Always happened, which is an incredible thing. Looked like a sick vacation, though. That boat looked... Not enough people talking about the sick yacht that you're on, let alone the fact you're a mile out there. That feels like the new thing. That had to be a great time out there?
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been to Greece. Highly recommend it. The islands are phenomenal. It's just beautiful. Other than the wind is a little bit windy, but like everything else about it is top shelf.
When you were working at Gold's Gym,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Trying to sign up.
Greece wasn't in the option at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think back? Do you have this? Because after the heart surgery where you almost die, right? Legit, I don't think that's out of line to say. You were damn near
but
dead.
about as close as you can get, yeah.
Perspective whenever you're out there on the boat, like, holy not only am I leading WWE right now creatively into this massive multi-platform, we got shit on X, we got shit on Netflix, we got NBC deals, we got ESPN deals, we got shit that needs to be made everywhere. But also, I'm on a yacht in Greece right now, living. Do you look back on any of it?
Yeah, look, I'll say this. So, Steph and I were talking about it when we were there. You talk about going to Greece. It's the first time I can recall us going for a long period of time, like taking a week and taking the kids and going somewhere and just trying to shut off. So that's a newer thing for me. I'm trying to be more in that mindset. Look, this stuff, you and I have spoke about this, and I think this is a factor in your moment in time, right?
Yes.
Like you want to be driven, you want to work, you want to grind, you want to do all those things. It's who you are. It's not about, I got to do this or that, right? You want to do all those things, but at the same point in time, your kids, it goes by fast.
Yeah.
You want to be there present for them. You want to be in that moment for them. So trying to look at things differently. I'm also trying to, if you're telling people within your company, cool, man, take a week off, recharge, come back fresh, and be at another level. You can't tell them that, but then never take time yourself, because that's just
hypocritical.
It's hypocritical. So you sort of want to be that. If my kids have things now, I'm not afraid to miss a show here or there because my daughter's got a football game or they've got something going on that is important, and it's important for me to be there. So I'm trying to prioritize things in my life, more important. Nobody's going to realize, or no one's going to say 2 years from now, remember that time you missed Monday Night Raw? You know what I mean? But they are going to say, remember that time we had an opportunity to go on vacation, we didn't go, or those moments. My kids will remember that vacation forever.
It is a crazy thing.
And they will continue to as they get older, and you realize, you start to see your traits in them that you want, some that you want to see them have, and then some that you're like,
no.
Ooh, don't put everything in that, or don't, live your life too. You got to enjoy things.
Yeah, I agree. It's a hard balance, the work-life balance. Always something that
doesn't exist. I say it all the time. It's when people ask me, hey, what's your secret to work-life balance? It's like bullshit. It doesn't exist.
I'm here right now.
Yeah, be present with whatever you're doing. If you make a commitment to take a week off, take the week off. Go do some shit with your family and enjoy that. If you make the commitment to be work, when you're at work, work. When you're at home, be home.
That be home thing,
it's tough.
I'm going to try to master it.
Yeah,
Shout out to my wife kicking a lot of ass, and my daughter. I couldn't even imagine for you right now with rehab. That is just, you're doing gym, recovery. Can I get out of this house so I'm not just bored? And then you feel a little isolated too, I assume, right?
Yeah,
In the whole
sure.
process. The mental game. You're talking about the mental game right now.
Dude, and it's tough when you're running,
too.
when you're running full tilt, right? You were in the middle of the ultimate run of championship run. Like, it can't be any more intense, and then all of a sudden it shuts off. That's hard, man. That's hard to deal with.
Yeah, you've handled it really well, I think, mentally.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just who you are, I assume.
It takes a village. Fam's been a big part of it, and friends and family checking in on me, and just.
I was impressed, dude, when I first hit, the first couple of times I hit you on it, and maybe you were just being dismissive in a text, but you were very much like, yeah, this sucks, but hey, nothing I can do, so here we go. I'm gonna, I'm training my ass off. The return's gonna be epic. It's the only way you can look at it. You're allowed to be in your own head for like a day.
Yeah.
And then get out of it, and you have the surgery done. That's done. Now you're on the road to recovery, and now everything you do is about coming back, and you just got to change your mindset.
We're on the road to Wrestlepalooza, bro.
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Hey,
Fired up right now.
That return YouTube video is going to be epic.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I agree. All right, I appreciate you boys stopping by. Tyrese, you're the man. Good to see you.
Well, we started mentioning it, but who, Canelo or Crawford?
I'll take Who do you have?
Canelo.
Crawford.
Yeah, I like Crawford too. There was just an interview to sit down, and Crawford said he had 7 kids, and Canelo said, "You have 7 kids." I think that's a little different motivation, Canelo's a dog, obviously, an absolute beast. I appreciate and respect everything he's been about. He signed a $500 million deal, I think, with DAZN. Who knows what this deal is worth? He is certainly must watch and everything in boxing. I appreciate that. But I like Crawford. I think he, American as well. Let's go ahead and do that in Las Vegas. That's big. Are you going to be out there for that?
Yeah.
I heard everybody's going to be out there for that.
That's Saturday, isn't
I know some people.
I heard everybody's going out there. I got game day in Tennessee. It was supposed to be in West Virginia. West Virginia loses to Ohio. Great football team.
Good football.
Navarro's
team.
a
Parker
first
Navarro.
rounder.
Ohio University, the Bobcats, you haven't heard of them? Great football team.
Maction.
They might be in a college football playoff. They lose to Rutgers week 1, which is quite a bummer. But that might be the
Not
only
conference.
blemish on their
Yeah.
schedule.
Rutgers will be there too.
Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance Shiano's there. But instead, it's at Tennessee now. And, I guess we could see how long that flight is to get over there. I've heard it's
flight.
going to be electrifying over there.
It's going to be awesome.
It's your first big one, right? Here now with this new boxing, but it's not necessarily the TKO
it's
boxing
not.
roster.
Yeah, it's not necessarily us. We're promoting it. We're running it, but it's not necessarily our event, Turkeys, and but it's the start of the process.
Yeah. So this isn't the roster of TKO boxers, but this is a TKO boxing event happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is that
So
accurate?
it'll be epic. 60,000 plus at Allegiant Stadium. It's going to be on.
Let's go.
We're going to have drones flying around that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You guys are going to have all the shits.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I can
gonna be
imagine.
good.
So is Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
Everything you guys are doing is kicking ass. Congrats to you. Tyrese, we can't wait to see you get healthy. Watch your step on the way out of here.
Yeah, careful.
Like Glen Powell's fake legs.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That looks good.
Running, man. He's been running, man.
Big quads.
Yeah.
He's got calves like Tyrese Haliburton. He's on the cover of GQ. Might look like a bodysuit. Have you seen this?
I've not.
Can we put it up? What do you think?
There's some CGI maybe.
Whoa, no, that's his quads. That's his actual legs, Mr. H.
If
Good look.
if it is, good for him, man. That's some bodybuilder level, you know what I mean?
Don't you think they should have blended in the shin,
They should have tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why'd they make it so gimmick?
I don't know. They went too far.
Exactly.
They could have maybe sold this off as Glen Powell, maybe the most jack legs guy of history.
They could have.
Yeah, like that makes I get it now when you said running back, and I didn't understand it before until right now.
Now it makes sense. He's running.
He's got strong legs because he's running for the movie Running Man.
Exactly.
But I don't think runners have that type of leg build. But if they're
Cyclists.
fast and running,
Cyclists have that kind of. You ever see like a speed cyclist? Crazy.
you do the Peloton at all?
I have before. Yeah. Crazy leg workout. Right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Stand up and we're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard for me. The seat, I could never get over the seat. That thing
Yeah.
was uncomfortable.
Small.
Super uncomfortable.
You tried?
Yeah, super uncomfortable.
You seem way too
You just
tall.
you just got to relax and breathe into
Yeah,
it.
I know. Everybody told me. My dad told me just lean in, dude. I was like, I don't think so.
Just push.
I'll just stand the whole time and then I'm exhausted.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back on the other side. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Wrestlepalooza next Saturday on ESPN's app. Right?
Correct.
Bang.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
First one to launch this entire thing. I think they're doing it with the right company. We're excited about it. Tyrese, can't wait to see you get in that ring next Saturday and say, my Achilles is good. Maybe do the Kevin Nash.
Oh, there it is.
Seth Rollins just drop. I don't have crutches anymore though, so I got to figure something out.
We can get back on it. You got a week and a half.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, maybe
certainly
I should
have-
just get back on before the day.
I can
you
get
go.
a motorized wheelchair if you want. Yeah, we can
There we
roll
go.
that sucker
Boom.
out.
Yahtzee.
with chairs on the side of it. So
Yeah.
we'll pull those out of that thing.
Just use the cold side by side.
Yeah, and then we got a
Kendo.
kendo stick right over there. I think you have that on the other side of your thing. Maybe you roll out on a power cart that just is like Bad Bunny's grocery.
You guys